It would be so fucking sick if I could just clone myself and have a YouTube manager or like a social media, like someone for the YouTube specifically to like optimize and like you tell me what content you need from stream to make it pop on YouTube and I will get you that, right? But you just tell me, you edit it, you do the fucking keywords, you do the thumbnails, you do whatever the fuck you want, or hire someone else to do the thumbnails, you do whatever you want. You just do the YouTube stuff and you just tell me what you need and I'll get you what you need. Like that would be ideal to me. And then same with like any other fucking social media platform that people think is important currently. So that I can just vibe and play video games and just not have to fucking think about that shit, to be perfectly honest. That would be insanely useful. When you add up the dollars and cents, even like people don't understand, even like cheap labor countries, like you can probably find a really great editor in a region of the world that has much lower like cost of living and stuff like that, right? So comparatively their rates would be a lot more reasonable than, well, not reasonable, it's all reasonable, but like would be a lot reasonable for you in your context to be able to hire. Not even on Fiverr, just in general. The thing is, I don't trust Fiverr because I can't, like, I don't know who the fuck those people are. But apparently there are voiceover artists who make their entire full-time living on Fiverr, and I don't know how they manage that because from what I've seen, it's a full-time job just managing your profile on that platform, let alone doing the actual work people hire you to do. Like, to get people to even be able to find you on there is a full-time job of constantly optimizing and keeping the account active. Like, you would have to hire someone to manage your Fiverr account to be able to have enough people see you to actually hire you for shit. So then it becomes this weird thing of like, let me hire someone to manage the SEO on my website so that people can hire me, so then I can afford to hire someone to manage the inquiries that come in so that I can do that work. And then hire an editor to also, like, you literally, just to be a freelancer, need a team of like 8 fucking people with very specific jobs. Like, you're the YouTube guy, you're the social media person, you just edit all my shit, you're the admin virtual assistant person, you're the, like, you manage the SEO on the website, this guy builds the website, the fucking accountant, the fucking lawyer, the, like, you guys. When I'm telling you that I stream 1 day a week now, this is what I'm talking about, because the rest of the week, that's what I'm doing. 10 other people's jobs. It's fucking impossible. It's crazy out there at the moment. Verify that the person is, well, that and the fact that they won't just use AI to like do the thing that you're hiring them to do. Like, if I'm going to pay someone money to make my YouTube thumbnails and they just use AI to do it, then I might as well have just used AI to do it instead of paying you money to use AI to do it. Like, do you know what I mean? It makes no sense. But that's what people are doing now. They're capitalizing on being a freelancer, helping other freelancers manage various things by using AI to do it. And it's like, come on, man. Like, what? And meanwhile, it's becoming more and more impossible to negotiate rates that are actually value for my time. Like, the amount of hours that I can actually give you is worth X amount of money for a particular thing. And people are doing everything they can to be like, yeah, but this is the only budget that I have. And I'm like, dude, I get that, but like, I literally cannot survive off that. And they're like, yeah, but this is all I can like afford to survive to give. And it's like, we're starting to collapse. Already starting to see that AI isn't worth money. I know, I've been waiting. I have been waiting for these executives or whoever the fuck is making these decisions to see that the ROI is not worth having quality contractors not be able to sustain their line of work by the time you realize AI is not worth it. Like, by the time you come back and say, oh, yeah, fuck, we should hire those animators back, they're off living on a farm, man. They had to leave the industry already because there was nothing left for them. And so to survive with their families and shit, they had to, like, move away, sell the house, move to a fucking farm somewhere and learn how to sow corn because, like, the damage is done already. And now those quality people who had the skills that you're after no longer exist and have had to go elsewhere. And now who is going to do that work? You have to retrain everybody again now. Like, not worth. Like, the overcorrection into it, like when it was just this thing that can barely achieve what you need it to achieve yet. And people were like, oh, it's going to save us so much money. Go all in. All of the resources. Fire all these people. Make them all use AI. Like, all those people with the specialities and skills that you need are no longer going to be able... They're not going to be available for work anymore because they're going to be gone. They're just going to be gone. They're not going to be able to afford waiting around for when you need them again. And I don't think people realize that, and they won't realize it until it's too late. Until they start wondering why, like, all of the content being put out by their company sounds super generic. There's, like, mistakes in the information all has mistakes in it. All of their audience are, like, calling out all the images that are being put out and questioning, like, why are you guys posting all this AI trash? This is boring. I hate it. I feel like the saturation point was hit last year already. Like, we're already there. People are questioning real content and thinking that it's AI already. Like, it's wild. Anywho, yeah, it's like crazy to me how people thought that they would genuinely be able to produce the same quality work for cheaper doing all of that. Not the magic brand that's puts out free content. Yes, exactly. Have y'all seen those Blaze AI ads? I'm getting pummeled with them on fucking Instagram, and it's like the worst, most generic fucking dog shit thing I've ever seen. It's like, oh yeah, I just asked Blaze to, like, repurpose one piece of content for, like, 15 different purposes, and it just makes everything from the script to the video to the voiceover to the everything. Look it up and tell me if you think that it would actually be worth the money to use this tool to run your business and to trust that it will, like, actually work. Because apparently in all of these ads that they've hired people for $5 on Backstage, I think some of them are even AI generated. I think some of their ads have, like, one real person and then, like, a fake person who's, like, answering questions about the platform or something. It's super fucking wacky. I was telling someone the other day, like, the way that I use my Notion AI, right, is that I might have a page for, because I manage all of my content in it. So it knows based off what I put in it, what I sound like, the types of things I talk about, the type of content I make. It knows that I make World of Warcraft content. It knows generally from what I've put in there what Blaze AI, yeah, that's the one. It knows generally how I talk about it, what achievements are, what the expansion is. It understands the context of, like, bosses, achievements, dungeons, like that kind of stuff. And for, like, blog posts and things, like, I basically can use it to, like, if I'm in the car and I'm just, like, driving to a job or something and I have an idea for a blog post or a video or something like that, I can just make a new page in my Notion, transcribe with the speech to text, like, and you know how it never puts the punctuation and shit properly? It just makes it all once. Like you'd be talking for 5 minutes and it's just like one random sentence. Like I can transcribe like what I want to say with my blog post, just rant, just fucking how I feel about it, rant, etc. And then later on be like, hey Notion, can you structure this into a blog post, identify possible keywords for SEO, put those throughout, blah, 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 and not use that directly as my blog post, but use it as just a like structure that then I can go back through and be like, okay, like now put some of my personality back into it so that I can reconnect with what I'd said and then kind of edit it from there and like rewrite it. Like at least it just, like it takes the shit that I don't have time to sit down and just write in a proper structure. It takes my stream of consciousness and then plugs that into a structure that's more suitable for the website or whatever. Or like turn this into a YouTube video script or what have you. So that's how like I use it personally. Yeah, that's so fucking expensive for a piece of trash that's like not going to be very impactful. Like you're literally better off saving that money. Like, I don't know. To me, that's really expensive for a year. And I can't trust that. I don't know. It doesn't, I don't trust it's going to sound like me. I don't trust anyone's going to believe it. Like, I don't know. It does not work for my, which is literally, it's purpose built for that. Because you lack the creativity of a human. Yeah. That's why I'm like, every time I see these ads, I'm like, why the fuck would I ever use this? It's literally purpose built to do a thing that AI should not be used to do. I asked Copilot to make an ad copy for energy drink written by a 40-something-year-old divorced dad who doesn't get his kids this weekend, and it came up with the most doomer piece of media that would never sell anyone a product. That's so funny. Wait. Let me test that. I'm going to do it with Notion and see what it says. This is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty funny. The weekend feels more like a dark tunnel without the light of my kids' laughter at the end. Still, life moves forward, and so do I. I mean, keep in mind, though, that I think my Notion might be still trained on, like, my stuff and my sense of humor. I don't know. I don't know where it's getting this stuff from. I wonder if I can ask it. This is pretty humorous and great. Where did you get the idea? Even when it feels like it's falling apart. Every sip is a small reminder that I can get through it. Oh my God. I created this ad copy by drawing from the common experiences and stereotypes of divorced dads in their 40s, combining it with over-the-top energy drink marketing style, but giving it a more cynical, self-aware twist. The humor comes from the contrast between typical energetic advertising language and the somewhat melancholic personal situation, plus the very specific references to things like the Metallica poster and microwave dinners that many can relate to. Let me read you this one because it's actually quite good. I feel like Copilot is trained on actual divorced dads in their 40s who built Copilot, whereas Notion is built by creatives, and I don't know how their AI platform is actually formulated, but I'm like pretty happy with it, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, do you want to hear what it wrote? Give me one. Let me read yours first because it's so funny. This weekend feels more like a dark tunnel without the light of my kids' laughter at the end. Still, life moves forward, and so do I, with a little help. This 250 milliliter can of energy drink keeps me going even when the days feel heavier and the nights longer. Every sip is a small reminder that I can get through it, that there are brighter moments ahead. It's my pocket-sized boost, packed with just enough power to lift me up, to remind me that every day has the potential to be a little better. Here's to finding strength in the small things, even when everything else feels like it's falling apart. Drink up, keep moving, and remember, brighter days are just around the corner. That's so fucking sad. Hashtag energize with hope. Hashtag one sip at a time. Fuck me, that's so funny. And so stupid. Oh my fucking god. Okay, this one is legitimately, you tell me what you think. Hey, yeah, you. You know that feeling when life's just whatever? When Karen gets the house and the kids for the third weekend in a row because of some scheduling conflict? That's when you need Thunderbolt. It's like a high five from your cooler self. The self that used to play bass in college. The self that didn't have to check with their ex-wife's lawyer before booking a fishing trip. Thunderbolt doesn't judge you for binge-watching true crime documentaries at 3 a.m. Thunderbolt doesn't ask why you still have that Metallica poster in your apartment. Thunderbolt just delivers pure, unfiltered energy. Because sometimes you need more than coffee to face another Excel spreadsheet in your quiet cubicle. Thunderbolt. Because your weekend plans got cancelled anyway. Available wherever energy drinks are sold. Pairs well with microwave dinners and silent screaming into the void. Side effects may include temporary feelings of youth, rebellious urges to buy a motorcycle, and the sudden desire to text your ex. Don't. How fucking good is that, but? That's actually fucking brilliant. That's so funny. I gave it exactly the same prompt that you typed in chat. Sounds like an actual ad. Yeah. Yep. But I don't know, like, that's the thing. I literally asked it how it did that. And it has like a full, like it literally had a strategy behind it. Like that could literally be a Spotify ad. Yeah, right? Crazy. But remember, again, this is what I'm saying. I use Notion because I'm literally a voice artist, I use Notion to write my own, like, portfolio of ads and stuff. So I don't know if it had some idea of what a half decent ad sounds like based on, like, you know, auditions that I've done or like other spots that I've written or research that I've done on other ads or something like that. I don't know. That's why I was like trying to ask it, like, how did you actually come up with this? But yeah. So I think it crafts the language a little bit more and has that, like, it has a bit more of a spark to it because I think it digests all of my stuff as well. So I've definitely found Notion AI to be the easiest to use of all the ones that I've tried for that reason. Just base ChatGPT. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think if it was like that, it would have come out a bit different. But it was so fucking good. What a cool test. There was a meme account on Threads, by the way, that that person all of a sudden posted on Threads being like, oh, so what do people think about AI stuff? Because I actually use a lot of it for my content. Like, I don't know how people think that I would be able to, like, make this and that and the other. So I have to use it for that. And all the comments were like, you're a fucking idiot. Why would you do that? Like, just don't make that content. Like, just make something else. And I'm just like, ooh. Huh? Like, how did you make stuff before then? You didn't. You just didn't make random fucking visuals that you didn't need for the memes. Like, you cobbled shit together. Or you hired someone to cobble shit together. Like what in the stupidity are these questions? Only so many ways to put words together, so much human expression in things like painting, acting, music. AI just can't replicate. Yeah, agree.
Give it some flavor.
Agree. That's why I was telling Arthur, like, because he's been like applying for a bunch of stuff and whatever, and sometimes it's helpful. Like I use AI a bunch, like if I'm feeling super emotional and I just need to like take a beat to reword something before I say it's like getting an opinion from your assistant before you do something stupid. And he was running some of the stuff through like you know how they have those like, has this been written with AI tools? And the thing is, even stuff that you write yourself, if it is a cover letter or something professional or whatever, there's going to be so much of it that it thinks is written by AI because there's a standard way of writing those things. Like that's just the world that we live in. Like that is the way that we write stuff. It is the socially accepted professional, you know, format for a particular thing. So how many different ways can you write a cover letter without sounding unprofessional, but also showing your personality? Like, I think that kind of stuff is ridiculous at that point. Like I find myself putting more exclamation marks and smiley faces and emojis in my professional communications just to be like, no, I swear to God, I didn't write this with AI. Like, yeah, because it can't work like that unless it knows directly where the content is from. Which is why it's funny how, like, now Google is doing that for websites and things. It's like, if it thinks your website's been written with AI, then it'll not rank it as highly because it'll be like, nah, this is spam or whatever. And yet, to get higher SEO, you have to use tools that are trained on how the algorithms function with AI in order to know what words to use for Google to rank you. But then if you use too many of them, Google's going to think that it's AI and spam, and so therefore it's counterproductive. There's like no winning. It's like a lose-lose. It's like a whole catch-22 in general, and it's like, well, what the fuck do we do then? I don't know.